Abhijit Datta, whether you will be sharing the presentation in your website. I have no problem if a PDF copy of this presentation is shared in the website also. So with this, a few introductory words, let me start the presentation. Is my presentation visible and am I audible? CMAs
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Let me share with you Abhijit was talking about the book on digital transformation, which I have written. This is the book which I have written. It's a 456-page book. Its second edition has already been published. I do not know whether the third edition will be forthcoming, but efforts are there. There are some other papers. This is a paper which was published in the NIBM's report of 2020 on digital transformation of banking. Just now I was talking about my personal YouTube channel. This is my personal YouTube channel. You can go to YouTube and type my name, Dr. Paritosh Basu. You will get the channel. In this channel, there are about 80 videos only for knowledge purpose. Some videos are pretty long, some videos are short, and most of them are on digital transformation, about 60 to 65% on digital technologies, and about 25% are on management, and rest are general purpose, and mostly, of course, my talks are those are. This is one of the videos which I lectured on blockchain technology to students and faculty members of a German university in Hamburg. This is my session in World Blockchain Summit in Moscow. And of course, this was session on artificial intelligence for an organization called FING. This is an accountants organization worldwide. Okay, so now let me share with you one more information which I will personally request you is that I was a communication man when I used to work for a telecom company. So I'm connectable through my LinkedIn. There are about 22,700 plus connections in my LinkedIn. So I assure you that if you ask any question based on today's presentation through LinkedIn, it will go answered within 24 to 48 hours. And you can remain connected with me and benefit. We can mutually benefit from your knowledge posts in LinkedIn and from my knowledge post in LinkedIn. Both of us can be benefited. So I personally request you to kindly connect with me in LinkedIn and let's remain connected till I at least go under the fire roots. I have a very simple agenda today to talk on sustainability management. We will try to revisit the topic. I'll not call it fundamentals of sustainability management because I will go a little ahead of that. Then I will be talking on reporting on sustainability management and ESG, environment, society, and governance. Then a very interesting topic which will come in is similarities, integration, and correlation between sustainability management, ESG, and diversity, equity, and inclusivity. Let me tell you, there is a misunderstanding or there is a gap in understanding in people amongst us that sustainability management and ESG and DEI doesn't have any correlation and did not be integrated. One school of thought or one school of people feel that way, but sustainability management, ESG and DEI are exclusively integrated because originally in 1994 when sustainability management started, rather in 1987 when the thought came up for the first time, it was a 3P bottom line. Now we are thinking about 8P bottom line. 8P, I repeat the word 8P bottom line, out of which 2 P's are exclusively internally focused. That's why we call it 6P bottom line. So I will discuss with you the journey from 3P to 6P bottom line. And then I will come and touch upon, if time permits, on application of digital technologies for sustainability management and reporting. Let me tell you, I am for the last about 14 years, I'm attached to direct teaching and training of management education and also in developing syllabus and starting a couple of programs in a couple of educational institutions. So I will be sounding like a teacher whenever it is necessary. I'll be sounding like a professional whenever it is necessary. But let me tell you that in the audience, I expect that there will be students. So essentially, my talk will be a mixture of both. So when future looks hazy, it is time to go back to basics. So future is definitely at the moment looking to us, looking in front of us or ahead of time before us. It is really hazy because of extreme geopolitical issues stretching over all the regions of the country, right from Middle East to extended Gulf region to Europe and now to Latin America. And God knows whether it will soon come to some countries. So we are not sure what is happening in the country and how that will affect the business. So we must be achieving a state of readiness because crisis is a wonderful opportunity to waste. I repeat the sentence, crisis is a wonder opportunity to waste. So it's a wonderful opportunity we can't waste. And today, one more thing is very important. Unless you are having sustainability management systems and processes in place, you are not going to get money from the market. And days are not very far that money will be stopped forthcoming to your organization, even loan. Now, though, it's only equity capital. Going forward, even loans will not come to you if you are not sustainably managed company. So I'll discuss all these things in greater detail. Let's go forward. Now, CMA Datta, I will come to you with a very interesting set of questions. Okay. Can you hear me? Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You are audible, sir.
I will continue to ask this question in between because I can't see anything except my slides. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay,
so
sir.
The first thing one should ask, a CMA should ask, or for that matter, any finance professional should ask, for that matter, any business professional should ask, is the art finite or infinite? Even the policy makers must ask themselves, is the art finite or infinite? Is the capacity of the art limited or unlimited? Is it possible to restore or reform its capacity? Can we change the earth than what it is, except for extracting minerals from Mother Earth and destructing the weather of the conditions of the earth? We cannot create any new resource because everything, the basic source is the nature. Will growth on earth be limited to its capacity? I repeat, will growth on earth be limited to its capacity? So 4 questions I'm repeating again. Is the earth finite or infinite? Is the capacity of the earth limited? Is it possible to restore or reform its capacity? Will growth on earth be limited to its capacity? If any participant feels that answer to any of these 4 questions is yes, then kindly write in your chat box that question number 1, 2, 3, or 4 is yes. I would love to have that question discussions and learn from you. How do you feel that the answer is yes? That because something that is what I would like to learn. Next question is, can an organization ignore such questions and grow? Answer is absolutely no. The 5th question answer is no. And who will take the lead in answering the last question? Can an organization ignore such questions and grow? Is it the CEO? Is it the CFO? Is it the Chief Digital Officer? Or is it the collectively all CXOs? Who will be the uniting thread between the CEO, CDO, and CXOs? Definitely the CFO, and the CFO is a CMA of today and tomorrow. So one very interesting statement I have read in L&T's annual report. It says at L&T, sustainability is embedded in our vision and growth plan. sustainability is embedded in our vision and growth plan. So unless sustainability is embedded in the organization's vision, mission, culture, and strategy, definitely chances of missing the goals set for sustainability management is very much there. I'll move. Do you agree with this
Yes, sir.
statement? Do you agree with this statement? There are two statements here. Do you agree with these statements? Definitely, when we came to this art, all of us are definitely above around 18 to 20 years age, varying to about 80 also. At that point of time, the art was better than what it is today. So we must hand over a better art to the next generation. It is our onerous responsibility because we inherited better. Rather, what we inherited, we should hand over to the next generation a further better earth. And that is possible only when sustainability management is a part of our agenda, and top of the agenda point is sustainability management. We must convert sustainability management through ESG and DEI. ESG and DEI. It must be converted into a revolution by actions and not let it be just another agenda of any CEO and CXO. So unless an agenda point is acted upon with commitment of financial resources and workmen and human capital, the agenda remains as an agenda and gathers dust. So sustainability management and DEI must be into the active agenda point of a CXO and the CEO himself. Now, I will quickly give you how the sustainability journey happening in this world so far. It was a pre-compliance at the very beginning. That means certain companies all over the world used to just comply with sustainability management as a matter of their own intention and own wish and volition. Then came in certain countries regulations, and in those countries regulation, if it is there, you have to comply with it. I'm talking about the global scenario, not India at all only. So then came the compliance as a matter. That means Danda Marke, we have been made to do compliance of sustainability management. Okay. Then came beyond compliance. That means certain companies understood while complying with the regulation, understood that other than what has been asked to be complied with, we need to do much more, because those companies and those CXOs realized that sustainability is a really helpful subject and it is a must for long-term growth and prosperity. Then came integrated strategy. So when general consciousness about sustainability management came, the CEO started taking every single decision by asking at least one question: is it fitting into or complying with our not only regulations, but also our own company's vision and mission and strategic agenda? So now at this fourth stage, sustainability management has become an integrated strategy of an organization. And finally, it has become a purpose and passion. Purpose of running a company has become sustainability management. And every CEO, the day when every CEO and CXO is passionate about sustainability management, I'm sure we will be able to hand over the art a better way to our next generation. So this is the world sustainability scenario. In India, we are here. Maybe in certain companies have gone here also. Certain companies in India have gone to integrated strategy also, but those are very few in numbers. Whether it is purpose and passion of any companies, I really don't know, but certain organizations in the world which are highly polluting industry sectors, highly polluting sectors which pollute the water of the blue resource of the world, those organizations have understood that unless sustainability management is our purpose, we will not be able to survive. Like take the case of Hindustan Liver. A very large chunk of Hindustan Liver's business depends upon potable water like shampoo, soap for washing clothes, etc. In those organizations like Hindustan Liver, if water is not available, potable water is not available, business is not there. So in that kind of a situation, you can jolly well imagine that soon purpose and passion will be sustainability management. Now, quickly, let us define sustainability management. And when I could have made it a long paragraph with a long 1 or 2 sentences, but I thought I'll do it bulleted. I'll read it out for you. Certain very key important words I've underlined and bolded. Sustainability management is a cross-functional business imperative for strategic cross-functional and systemic integration of environmental, social, governance, and economic factors into an entity's core strategies, operations, business, and revenue models, and decision-making processes, moves beyond traditional green initiatives or regulatory compliance to actively manage resources in a way that ensures long-term viability, creates value, and supports 6P bottom line with 6R approach. What is 6P bottom line and 6R approach? I'll be discussing in greater detail as we go forward. I'll be spending roughly about 75 to 80 minutes and then I'll come back to you for questions, audience. Till that time, please give me your patient hearing. I'm grateful for that. So it's a cross-functional business imperative. It is no longer a fancy or a wish list. It's an imperative. And it's a cross-functional imperative which should be integrated not only with your systems and processes, but also integrated with your business models and revenue models. The way you run your business operation and the way you earn your revenue, those should be integrated. Let me give you an example for this. The example here is that generative AI organizations and they are thinking that the kind of electricity will guzzle for running a generative AI business, the world will become dry soon and become a polluted world unless and until we go for renewable energy. So that is why Elon Musk and China has already decided to send satellites above the sky to create geostationary data centers, and those data centers will operate with sunlight. That means solar energy. So you can think of that with the increasing use of AI tools, where huge machine time and processing time would be required, electricity would be a huge concern for sustainability management. And 6P bottom line with 6R approach. So this is what is sustainability management. Next question comes to you, what is sustainable management? Because there is a difference between sustainability management and sustainable management. What is sustainability management? You have just understood. Here I am sounding a little theoretical, it ought to be because we are revisiting the fundamentals. So sustainable management is direct operations of an entity in what that restore, enhance all forms of capital. That means if my management process is restores and enhances all forms of capital and stakeholders value it creates, then my management is a sustainable management. And if I have integrated ESG and DEI into my business strategy, then it is a sustainable management. Build value by defining, evaluating, and reporting all indicators beyond first financial performance. We are today busy in reporting financial performance, but we must be busy reporting all ESG factor and DEI factor reporting. Next comes the sustainable development. You can follow the year here. In 1987, there was a World Commission called Brundtland Commission, World Commission on Environment. In 1987, they said sustainable development is the process of development that meets the needs of the present without compromising the ability of future generation to meet their own needs. That is what I was telling you at the beginning. We should fulfill our needs of today. While doing that, we should not compromise with the ability of the future generation to meet their needs. That's what I was telling you at the beginning, that we must hand over a better earth to them. So sustainable management focuses on active, often technical processes, reducing carbon, and sustainability management, SYM, represents the broader philosophy and cultural shift. Broader philosophy and cultural shift. Mind you, the broader philosophy and cultural shift. Unless and until a country brings a cultural shift, organizational leadership will not be successful in doing that. How much a corporate can do? Let me tell you, there is a country in the world. Here we have a non-veg and veg coloring of packets, but in that country, most probably it is Ireland. In that country, any packaged food will be having another sign which will say this has been produced by a sustainable process. So and customers are ready to pay money for that. That means the cultural position of the organization, cultural change is coming out in that country where sustainability management is getting not only embedded into the business processes, but also getting embedded into the culture and habit of people. So this is, in short, what is sustainability management. Now, in sustainability management, if it is a theoretical statement, it doesn't make any sense, right? So something to be measured, because anything which cannot be measured cannot be performed and controlled. So measurement of sustainability comes from natural capitalism, which is called sustainable capitalism. Measure development and utilization of 4 types of capital. In sustainability management, there are 4 types of capital. One is the financial capital, one is the manufacturing capital, other is the natural capital, and last is the human resource, human capital. Human capital includes not only the people who work in my organization, but the people who are in our extended society beyond the organization. Okay, so you can say what is the difference between manufacturing capital and the natural capital? Manufacturing capital is the capital which we get from the mother earth. That is minerals, oil, you can say wood, and so forth. What is natural capital? Natural capital is forestry, flora and fauna, that is water bodies, clean air, breathable air. All these are natural capital. So if you go into the depth of sustainability management and reporting system, which is not the purpose of our today's discussion, we are only here to discuss the 6P bottom line versus sustainability management from CMA's perspective. A CMA must have to understand the process by which he can measure and control and monitor financial capital, manufacturing capital, natural capital, and human resource capital. So this is the CMA's first perspective, on sustainability management in terms of what to measure, how to report, when to report, and whole thing collectively comes from natural capitalism. So here, when you measure all this, you have three criteria. One is the social criteria, which is subjective measurement, socially desirable. That means society wants the product and the service, culturally acceptable, psychologically nurturing, conforming to human rights. Some people say that social media is not psychologically nurturing and socially desirable for children below 15 years or 18 years of age. That's why some countries have already stopped it, and India is thinking of stopping for children. Financial criteria is economically sustainable, technologically feasible, operationally viable within life cycle. So within life cycle means, suppose there is a set of machines. Within the life cycle of the set of machine, you should get back the money by selling the output from that particular resource. And that resource is a combination of financial capital, manufacturing capital, natural capital, and human beings. Okay. So mind you one thing very importantly, that this concept looks to be a little hard, that financial and manufacturing and natural and human beings, these are capitals. But we are to a certain extent, financial capital and human capital we understand, but we fail to understand rather what is natural capital. Okay, so we'll come to that in some other day if there is any webinar on this. So be the front runner. My message to CMAs is that be the front runner in your organization, be the torch bearer, so that ahead of regulatory compulsions, you can work for sustainability management. And my call is mainly for MSMEs. MSMEs will tomorrow become a large organization, and unless it is embedded in the culture and strategy in MSMEs, getting it done tomorrow would be difficult. How do assess the sustainability management success, and what are the 6 action steps? How do you approach sustainability assessment process? First, you define the scope. Not all things are applicable to not all companies. And what are the priority indicators? Let me give you an example of this. Take the case of Infosys. Infosys does not emit any carbon dioxide or greenhouse gas. Yet it says that I'm still not a green company. I would be a green company. Most probably another 3 to 4 years time, they will be green company. The underlying thought here is that my business runs on computer. I'm talking about all, for that matter, all digital giants runs on computers, and computers guzzle electricity. Somebody produces electricity, and when they produce electricity, they create environment pollution. So I will be taking steps for carbon neutralism. So the message I'm trying to give here to the CMAs here, that don't think that if you do not emit any CO2 gas, you are not having any sustainability responsibility, because you are also consuming natural resources, maybe mineral, maybe wood, maybe plastic, maybe oil, maybe anything, and you are also consuming electricity. So establish the target of what you want to do. When you establish the target, determine the indicators, that is the KPIs and KRAs. What are your key responsibility areas in terms of sustainability management, and what are your KPIs? Analyze the trends and trade-offs. Go to your competition, see what others are doing and what the process the world is asking you to do, and finalize the good practice for it and go ahead with it. The 6 things which you have to work for is the stakeholder engagement, because there are internal stakeholders and there are external stakeholders. External stakeholders are your customers, your vendors, your society at large, government are your external stakeholders. You have internal stakeholders, of course, you understand. Transparency and trust. Anything which is not built on transparency and trust, it doesn't have any meaning in today's world. Of course, you have to monitor, otherwise something will slow down somewhere, and continuous improvement. Because as you grow, improvement has to be there. Okay, so if you have this, the key message I'm trying to give through this particular slide is that you need not be a directly pollutant industry. You are an industry where natural resources are being used, or industries who are polluting the world, their outputs are being used by you. So you have a responsibility to sustainability management also. And if that is the thing, then how you will approach by defining the scope, prioritizing the indicator, establishing the target, determining the indicator values, analyzing the trends and trade-offs, and identify the good practices. This is the way you should work for. Okay. Now, what are the 4 dimensions of total sustainability management? 4 dimensions. The first dimension is societal debate dimension. Second is the core value dimension. Next is the technical dimension. And last is the tools dimension. In the stakeholders, societal dimension, there is a stakeholder, your cost sustainability, reputation. Cost sustainability means the product you are producing, can the world sustain it? Rather, the profit you are earning by producing a product at a particular cost, is it sustainable in the long run? Because one important message I'm trying to give you is that days are not very far when you have to charge in your profit and loss account a cost called carbon cost. That means if you are not a net positive company in terms of your sustainability management, CO2 gas and use of flora and fauna, etc., you have to definitely spend money for buying carbon credit from other companies which are compliant, and that cost will come as an expense in your profit and loss account. So be careful about it. Next is your reputation is at stake. Technology for social good, you have to be TikTok as an organization. Technology is not acceptable. Materiality is important, and risk-enable performance management. Anything which you do, if it is risky, you have to take care of the risk management measures proactively as a matter of your strategy formulation for execution. What are your core values? The first core value is 6P bottom line. I think CMA Datta. CMA Datta. Am I audible?
I have just informed you that 200 plus participant is there. 206 right now.
Okay.
That's the integrated.
Okay. Now, am I audible? And I have now
yes,
almost
sir, very much audible.
I'm now 30 minutes on my session.
You are very much audible, sir.
Okay.
It's exceptional presentation, sir. Thank you. And if you permit me, I would like to take 2 minutes of yours, sir.
Yes.
Our Central Council member Chittaranjan sir is waiting.
Yes.
So if you permit,
please bring him.
sorry, sir, unable to connect. He is connected, but not audible, sir. Sir, please continue, sir, please.
Okay, so I'm on the 34 minute of my speech, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So I'll take about another 45 minutes and finish. Then I will definitely take the question and answer session forward.
Right,
okay.
Sir.
Okay.
Right, sir. Yes, sir. Please.
So what are your core values? Your Abhijit, is it making sense what I'm talking?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Very much, sir.
Okay.
Absolutely, sir.
Next is the core values, 6P bottom line, products and processes, true sense sustainability, facts-driven decisions, and incremental or radical. Incremental and or radical does mean that are you progressing in your sustainability journey bit by bit, or you are taking certain radical steps where you are taking a quantum jump in making your organization green, ESG compliant and DEI compliant. So choice is yours as a CMA to advise your organization whether you should be having an incremental approach or you should be having an approach which is a radical approach. That means certain measures will be taken which will be out of the way. And let me tell you, we cost accountants know much better that always we need not spend money to do something better. We can manage with the resources available within us. So that we know as cost accountants. The next is the techniques. The first technique is to train and change management. But before training and change management, my request to you to sensitize your employees. Unless the people are sensitized about the need for sustainability management, any number of training sessions would not help. Benchmarking is of course very much needed because the day you start sustainability management processes, you don't know what the others are doing. So you benchmark yourself, your policies and SOPs, your 6R action initiative. 6R we will discuss in detail, clean products and life cycle design. Life cycle design strategy is something which is linked to 6R. We'll talk about this in greater detail. And finally comes the tools. Pareto diagram is a tool. Mapping tool can be used. Social life cycle assessment can be done. You can adopt standards, international standards. You can adopt green quality tools to reduce environmental impacts. So you can adopt many measures. It's not that all these measures will be applicable to you. It's not that all the bullet points which are put under social debate, core values, techniques and tools will be applicable to you. Some of the bullets will be definitely applicable to you, but you should be having a holistic 360-degree approach to sustainability management, because Pareto diagram is something which I do not like, that you do 80% and leave 20% alone. I don't like this Pareto diagram theory, but in any case, certain organization can definitely adopt this Pareto diagram theory. So you have to take a situational approach, which is specific to your industry in which you operate as a business player, the business model you follow, and the revenue models you follow for earning. Now let us talk about the 6R approach, 6R framework of sustainability management. It's a very, very important for CMS, very, very important for CMS. These 6 R's are rethink, refuse, repair, reduce, reuse, recycle. Rethink, refuse, repair, reduce, reuse, and recycle. And recycle is the last priority. Rethink is your first priority. Now I will discuss with you the points one by one. The first is, before you buy anything, you apply a name analysis and rethink, is it really needed? Now, what is name analysis? Name analysis is nice to have, essential to have, and must have. Now, if a CXO or if a CEO of a company for sustainability management gives a circular to the employees that from tomorrow, paper napkin will not be available in the toilet, the employees will have first reaction कि इस company के पास इतना भी पैसा नहीं है कि एक paper napkin दे दे toilet में. That is one approach. The other approach, which is much better approach, is to write that the company have decided to go green step by step and fell less number of trees and burn less number of fossil fuels to generate CO2 gas. That's why the company has decided to not provide paper napkins and hand dryers in the washroom, because according to name analysis, nice to have, essential to have, and must have, nice to have is in a washroom is paper napkin or a hand dryer. Essential to have is the soap and must have is the water. So if you apply name analysis for all the costs you incurred, I'm sure you will find certain avoidable expenses. Then is the refuse. Do not buy and use anything that does not add tangible value or intangible benefits. Tangible value and intangible benefits, if it doesn't add, refuse to buy it. Anything, it can add value indirectly, but most of the things should add value to your business line and bottom line, that is profit, directly. Or it should serve something of the causes of ESG, then it should be adding value to yourself. Then reduce, save or substitute to reduce material consumption. Either reduce material consumption by design change, or substitute material from metal to plastic to fiber or whatever, which reduces your cost. Reuse, that's most important. Reuse means when you go to buy a fridge in today's world, the first thing you are asked, is your fridge available? Will you sell it to us? That is what is green logistics. That means you buy the existing refrigerator because there is copper inside, there are plastics inside, there are metals inside, which you will be able to retrieve and reuse it. That is the green logistic. And repurposed. Suppose you have a machine, that machine can be used for producing something, or it could be possible that within your organization that machine could be used for some other purpose. Or it could be possible that you can sell it to some other organization who will be using it. I can give you an example, is the die making machine. Suppose you are changing from metal to fiber component, and your existing die by which you make that component is not useful. So the press machine and the die, you can advertise for that this press machine is available. So you repurpose it. Then repair, definitely that is what you do. And finally recycle. That is, recycle is anything and everything available to you in the form of wastage or scrap and spoilage, recycle it. So this is the domain of cost accountants. But let me tell you one thing, and I think CMA Vijay Datta will agree with me from his industry practice and industry experience, that if the cost accountants, even cost and management accountants, shout from the rooftop, CXOs may not agree. They will say, "Ki nahi, mujhe to naya item chahiye." The point here is sensitization of the organization and bringing the organization under one line of thinking in terms of business strategy, business vision, business mission, business culture. If sustainability and 6R approach of sustainability is not in your business vision mission, this is not going to be achieved. So your question is reduce material intensity, conduct utility audit for electricity, steam, hot air, if you require in your business, in your factory, optimization of substitution of raw material and natural resources, that is water, minimizing dispersion of toxic substances, green logistics, recycling of scrap, wastage and spoilage, prolonging product life at minimum differential price. That means you can increase the price of your product a bit. If by that process, if you make your life of the product from 5 years life to 7 years life, that definitely adds value to both you and your customer. Increasing service intensity to reduce frequency. That means if your product needs 10 time calls in a month or 5 times calls in a market for repairing and maintenance, that is beneficial, or if it is maintenance free. Any refrigerator and television today is maintenance free. So your product should be maintenance free. So these are the questions which you will be asking to have the 6 R's framework of sustainability management. Sustainability reporting. Sustainability reporting comes from 4 respects and your own accountability. That is, you respect your own organization and respect your own commitment. So I thought respect to your own accountability and transparency should be the line here. One respect word should be added here. So respect for human rights, respect for rule of law, respect for conducting of standards, respect for the interest groups. That means not only business, customer, vendor, and shareholder and employees, it should be society as a whole. Your respect should go beyond your domain of the organization and direct beneficiaries and direct stakeholders of yours. And you should respect your own accountability and transparency. Unless you do that, you will not be able to do corporate sustainability. So there is a simple way of reporting as a matter of imperative practices. Set up a strong ESG team. It need not be a big team, but it should be supported by digital technologies. Align reporting with stakeholders' priorities. You must know your kind of industry, what your competitors are reporting elsewhere in the world and in India also. And you align your reporting with them. If not, you better it. Establish a robust governance framework. This is a very important thing. Unless this is done, rest of the things will go for a toss. At times, the board of directors write many things in their annual report that our vision is this, our mission is this, our culture is this, but they don't respect it. They don't put it into action. So to establish a robust governance framework is important. Vigorous data collection. In today's world, nothing happens without data collection and drawing insights from the data through application of AI tools. And particularly, if you have to do sustainability reporting for ESG and DEI, you will not set up another accounting system, right? Your existing financial and material accounting system, you will generate the data which is required for reporting. So when you generate the data, transactional data in your system, you can use the same data for generating the reports under ESG and DEI management for sustainability reporting. An independent verification, that is audit. This is a CMAs area. And let me tell you, the Institute of Cost Accountants of India are doing a great deal on this particular area, which you will come to know maybe within another 6 to 8 months time, what is being thought through in these areas, for that matter, all these areas. Okay, so though it looks like 5 steps, but each step is a big thing by itself. And let me tell you, you don't have to rediscover your systems and processes. You have to only retweak your systems and processes to make this happen. And for that matter, best thing you have to have is the respect for everything. Respect for your human rights, respect for rule of law, respect for conduct of standards, respect for the interest of groups, and finally accountability and transparency. Sustainability reporting and regulation. I'm not going to discuss this in a big way because this is not the purpose of this paper. But there are so many regulations worldwide for sustainability reporting, and there are so many frameworks for sustainability reporting, like value reporting framework, GRI, ISO. Many of you know GRI, TCFD, etc., etc. You can study this. But sustainable goals, development goals of United Nations, which is the global goal that I'll discuss very soon. This infographic will help you to understand the connections and the principles. If you have to achieve certain goals in terms of sustainability management through ESG and DEI, and you have to report for that to the extent of your achievement, you have to create a reporting framework. So goals link to reporting framework, and regulations also link to reporting framework. These regulations are compulsory for you, and these are your own goals. So there are certain goals are compulsory goals, and certain goals you may decide for yourself. So this is the framework. The underlying thought from goals to regulation is, I don't want to think of what is regulation saying. I want to think of what I want to do first, and then see what I am thinking of doing is covered in regulation. If I miss something, then definitely I have to do that. Okay.
Sir, one thing.
Yeah.
Right now, you show your slide, or it is off right now, sir?
No, I'm showing my slides.
Oh, it is somehow it is not shown right now, sir. Somebody
Is it visible
mentioned
now?
in their chat box.
Is it visible now?
Yes.
You have seen this?
Yes, sir.
These are visible?
No, sir.
You can't see this?
Sir, right now, you please upload it 1 second, share it 1 second.
Can you see this? Sorry. Can
Sorry,
you see
sir.
this?
No, sir. No, sir.
What happened? Just 1 minute.
Yes, sir. Right now visible. Right now it is visible, sir.
You can see now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Very much.
I'm
sir.
sorry for that.
No, it's okay, sir.
I'm
Please
sure.
continue, sir.
I'm sure this part you have seen. This is
Yes, sir,
the
yes.
4 dimensions of total sustainability management I was talking about.
Yes,
societal,
sir.
core values, techniques, and tools. Then this is a 6R framework I was talking about:
sir.
rethink, refuse, reduce, reuse, repair, and recycle. Then this is the questions CMAs would have to ask the CXOs in terms of planning and setting the targets for sustainability management. And now coming to, this is what I was talking about: respect for human rights, respect for the rules of law, respect for the conduct of standards, respect for the interest groups, and respect for your commitment, your accountability, and your own transparency. And establishing a robust governance framework, that is your board of directors, your audit committee, and your ESG council or sustainability management council of the organization. But let me tell you, no council, no governance framework, no regulation can do anything unless each and every, from liftman to chairman, each and every employee of the company is sensitized to the need for sustainability management. Okay, and then comes the reporting frameworks. Reporting frameworks are value reporting. Their standard reporting framework. European Union has got a reporting framework. GRI has a reporting framework. ISO has a reporting framework. In fact, IFRS has given a financial account, what you have to report to financial accounting statements, that is annual report of the company. That also is a reporting framework. So everything has got a framework. Now regulations are linked to the frameworks, and your own goals which you have set is linked to a framework. So underlying need is you have to adopt a reporting framework that best suits your country, best suits your industry, and best suits the nature of the sector of the industry in which you are. And of course, this what I will discuss with you in greater detail, that is sustainable goals. Sustainable goals are, there are 17 sustainable development goals, SDGs, which I'll discuss with you later. So now let me tell you what is happening in the world. Here is a chart in front of you of the major groups of countries according to the regions of the world. Market capitalization linked or market capitalization related reporting. You can see here, other than other countries, global, China, developed Asia Pacific, US, emerging Asia excluding China, Europe, Latin America, all of them has achieved at least 60% of the companies in order of their market capitalization are reporting sustainability management, are definitely reporting sustainability management, 60% of the companies. Okay. Now, if India comes under others, you can say that why others are lagging behind, because at the moment in India, only 100 companies, 1,000 companies have been mandated in terms of their capitalization, have been mandated to report sustainability. So the total number of disclosures is still 1/3 of all these listed companies. Now you can see here, I can see up to 85–90%. Then why are you saying 1/3? But let me tell you, top 30, top 40 companies of any country makes the market capitalization highest. Chota companies are not the market capitalization guys. So market capitalization does not really mean in terms of number. It means in terms of what is the value of their equity shares. So it is one thing conveying to us, this particular slide conveying to us that organizations which are in terms of higher market capitalization, they are the organizations which are reporting sustainability management according to certain framework. 98% of the Asia Pacific, 94% of US, Europe, they are US, Europe and Asia Pacific is above 90%. And global is about 84%. And one thing you can see versus 2022, 2024 numbers are always more, except others. Here the number of companies have increased. That's why you can see the graph has come down. So if this is the world scenario, days are not very firm for each and every one of us has to report sustainability. In India, what is the sustainability reporting position? It is SEBI mandated under BRSR, Board Responsibility and Sustainability Reporting Standards. It's a regulation of SEBI. 1,000 listed companies are covered under this. And 250 top companies under BRSR, reasonable assurance have to be given. Assurance means audit. That means 250 firms of India have to submit their sustainability report after assurance. That means audit, reasonable audit assurance. And focus should be on supply chain, carbon footprint, and social impact. In India, you'll be happy to know that Indian carbon credit market would be 45,000 crore by 2030 at 250 rupees per ton. It does mean that if you are a carbon emitting organization, then for every ton of carbon you are emitting, extra than the standard permitted to your industry, you have to neutralize the effect by carbon credit, buying carbon credit instruments, which are bought and sold in power exchanges of India. That means in India, carbon credit market has already started. And sooner or later, almost all the companies will come under the ambit. So cost and management accountants have to think of first ascertain whether they are industry. whether even if it is a service industry, whether you are already carbon neutral. If you are carbon neutral, that is fine. But if you are not carbon neutral and carbon positive, then by force you have to debit your profit and loss account with a charge of carbon credit, which is roughly about $3.95 today. Maybe in course of time it will reduce. It depends on the demand and supply. So, friends, point here is you have come under a situation or come to a situation that days are not very far when sustainability reporting would be a part of our life. And there is another very interesting point which has come at Advertisement Standard Council of India has created sustainability claim standards. That means if you write anything that you are a sustainable company in terms of these parameters in any advertisement or in any published content which is available to general people, then you have to provide evidence behind it. So mind you, sustainability reporting is now under surveillance, and the priority themes for climate risk, biodiversity, employee well-being, and gender diversity. And this employee well-being and gender diversity comes under DEI, diversity, equity, and inclusivity. And of course, for that, digital adoption, SEBI has suggested digital technology adoption is very, very important. It is now 5:11. Maybe I'll take another 15 minutes time and close my talk, then I'll take question. In India, the regulatory and market trends is that value chain transparency is coming up in a big way, both upstream and downstream value chain. India is gradually getting aligned to International Sustainability Standard Board and EU compulsory sustainability reporting document, and stricter enforcement is there. That means you can't just say that, yeah, I'm sustainability compliant and submit a report, because you have to do, it's not a tick box method, you have to do auditing also. And after sustainability audit is completed, then only you can claim that you are a green organization. No sustainability reporting, no access to equity capital. This has come to many countries in the world much before. In India, it has recently come. 1,000 companies which are listed in equity stock exchange, they are not allowed to be listed unless and until they are sustainability compliant. But certain stock exchange of the world, they don't allow your equity to be listed. Whether you are big or small, doesn't matter. Your sustainability compliance is essential. In China, Shanghai, Shenzhen, and Beijing Stock Exchange from 2024, you have to be sustainability compliant. In Hong Kong Stock Exchange, you have to be sustainability compliant. In Malaysia, it has come in 2016. The Johannesburg Stock Exchange of South Africa, you have to either comply or you have to explain why you have not complied integrated reporting. In Switzerland's SIX exchange has to have all companies complied with sustainability standard, and London Stock Exchange of UK, you have to be sustainability compliant. So this list is illustrative. Like Tel Aviv is a stock exchange where you have to be sustainability compliant. It's not that this list is comprehensive. The message which is being given to you is that days are not very far when, if you want to go to equity market, you have to be sustainability compliant. And days are not very far if you have to get loan from business, external agencies, you have to be sustainability compliant. You must have heard about green bonds. You must have heard about blue bonds. Green bonds are for environment pollution and blue bonds are from water pollution. Companies which want to set up systems for non-polluting water, they get money under blue bond. And of course, green bond, you know, green companies get, green initiatives get green bonds. Now, two things I will discuss with you, which are towards 6P bottom line. The concept of 6P bottom line, which is the next part of my presentation, comes here, and it will not take much of a time because most of the things have been discussed already. There are key similarities and correlationship. Key similarities and correlationship between environment, society, and governance, and diversity, equity, and inclusivity. You know, when you say environment, you understand. When you say society, it is people, that is human resource, and governance, which is your internal governance for satisfying the regulatory requirement. This was so long understood by people, but when the list of P is extended from 3P to 4P to 5P, and now it is 6P bottom line, and I'll show you there are 8 Ps also. DEI, diversity, equity, and inclusivity has to come in. Now, what is the relationship here? Now, when you say diversity and when you say society, now society, equity and diversity and inclusivity, if your societal objectives are to be met, all people across the society in terms of poverty levels, in terms of anywhere in your country and anywhere in the world, should be under your sustainability thinking and compliance. It does mean that the definition of society has been extended by bringing in two things. One is equity. Everybody should be treated with same parameters and same KPIs and KRS. And inclusivity, that means every single person of the society should be considered for your sustainability management and reporting. So I'll now explain to you how ESG and DEI plays a vital role in sustainability. Now come to ESG. ESG and sustainability management aims to manage risk and improve companies' impact. Of course, ESG, environment in any case was there in sustainability management. Society in any case is there. Now society has extended who are not your direct human resource. Performance measurement is not as of now only carbon emission. Now water pollution, and also benefit reaching to the lower rung of the society is also coming under the sustainability goal. Investment and reputation, a strong correlation exists between high ESG performance and financial success. I gave you an example of Ireland, where there are 3 types of prices for non-wage, wage, and sustainably generated products. Similarly, financial success depends upon investors, and investors use certain metrics to identify whether you are a resilient, sustainable company. Resilient means you are agile enough and continuously monitoring under any circumstances your sustainability achievements and sustainability reporting. And this is possible only when your business vision, mission, culture, and strategies are at the core of your CEO's agenda. That means sustainability management should be core of your strategy, and any strategic decision making. One question should the CEO must ask whether it meets the strategy of our sustainability management with ESG and DEI. What is the difference in application? Sustainability management is internal, holistic, and long-term focus. ESG is external focus. So when you say sustainability management is internally focused, you mean to say you do all these things for sustainability management because you will not either get money or you will not be able to list your share in the exchange, etc., etc., etc. But ESG you do in many ways, which you have to do for the society as a matter of helping the society, as a matter of your onerous responsibility as a corporate citizen. I gave you the first slide at the beginning that we must hand over a better earth to the future generation. That is what comes into here. High ESG scores correlate to the improved financial performance. It has been seen by researchers. I have read certain research reports where it has been said that the organizations who are ESG compliant, they are not only respected, but they are also doing better in terms of their financial performance. Now, this is a very interesting slide, which I took from PwC. In terms of your ESG management, you can take a conformist attitude, pragmatic attitude, strategic attitude, and idealistic attitude. Readers, may I request you to please read this instead of me talking. Reading it would be a better. I'll give you half a minute to read it. So it does mean that you can take a conformist attitude. Conformist attitude means you comply with what you are bound to comply because आपको डंडा मारा गया है, आप डंडा जैसा ना आगे पड़े आपके ऊपर, आप जितना regulatory boundaries है उसके अंदर रहेंगे. Then you take a pragmatic approach. You feel that it is an important factor which influences my firm's performance. If my firm's performance would have not been affected, I would have not done it. So you take a pragmatic approach that if my firm has to do better, I have to do performance ESG. Then it's a strategic management. I believe ESG is a part of the firm's purpose. That means you take it as a matter of your vision and mission. You remember at the beginning, I showed you a journey right from compliance to purpose and passion. The idealistic ESG management is a passionate in ESG management. You love the world, you love your children, you want to give them a better world. So you do ESG management. You want to tell from the rooftop by shouting that here is a company which is passionate about sustainability management through ESG and AI. So this is the approach. Now, what you have to do as a cost and management accountant, you have to first map where you are as an organization. If you are in an MSME organization to which sustainability management doesn't apply, does not matter. It doesn't matter. You can do this exercise suo moto and advise that let's do something and let us tell the world that sustainability management is in the top of our CEO's agenda, and see the respect and honor for your organization increases. Okay. So ESG intelligence approach and impacts is strategic vision driven. You have a system thinking, you have become future ready. Your leadership tone is led with values, act with data, and grow with purpose. So your organization is led with values, you act with data, and grow with purpose. And you become a future ready organization. And for that, you have to have a strategic vision and mission driven. And finally, ESG intelligence turns sustainability into a strategy. Your executives become sustainability management oriented people. Here is a very interesting thing for you. System thinking, when intelligence meets responsibility, organization evolve from doing less harm to creating more. Yesterday, you were emitting 10,000 tons of carbon gas every day. Today, you are emitting 2,000 tons of carbon gas. Still, you are not neutral or positive. That means yesterday you are doing a bigger harm. Now you are doing a lesser harm. It doesn't help you. Harm means harm. So you have to create your ESG power and ESG intelligence through system thinking. So lesser harm doesn't mean anything for you. Please remember. So you have to enhance your physical and digitalized capability for getting into ESG bottom line. You have to enhance your intelligence. You have to enhance your knowledge. You have to convert data to knowledge. Data gives you the knowledge. You have to draw insights from the data to understand where you are. You have to introduce your software systems in such a manner that whatever data you need for ESG and DEI intelligence practices to be practiced in your company, you maneuver or you change your IT systems and processes and digital technology driven processes in such a manner that you get the data and you draw insight from the data. For that, you use AI, ML, DL, agentic AI, or whatever you want to do. And what are your ESG imperatives that you follow? So if you have to become an ESG intelligent organization, what you need, not only sensitize your employee, ask your employees to go for 6P bottom line, that is the orientation. You introduce ESG intelligent practices, you convert data into knowledge, and you design your organizational systems and processes in such a way that it is not only a matter of strategy and decision making, it's a matter of execution process and subsequent monitoring. That's very important for you. Okay. Now comes the sustainability management and DEI. I've spoken most of the part of DEI already. DEI is true sustainability in terms of including the social pillar of ESG. DEI represents the social pillar of ESG. Social pillar of the ESG means if people are harmed, what is happening in Delhi is if people are harmed. So you are creating not only trouble for the weather, but also trouble for the people. So carbon credit valuation is done in such a way that how much countries' natural resources you are wasting, that is also considered for carbon credit pricing. And whatever people are spending for treatment because of the emissions which you are doing to water and air, that is also calculated. There are methods of calculation. So what are the key correlations in your strategy should be? You should be truly sustainable. Your integrated social responsibility, you should know what is your social responsibility, and you should integrate into your system so that your community impacts reduces and you do better. Your innovation is more that if you recruit more intelligent people and diverse, you get supplies from more vendors, supplies from startups, etc. You chance that innovation coming up, and banks have been benefited by startups in a big way. So diversification helps you, that is the D, helps you to get innovation. Risk enabled performance management and resilience, you get talent attraction. People want to work in a company which is DEI compliant and ESG compliant, particularly Generation Z and millennials. They are happy to work in a company which is socially responsible, which helps diversity, which helps equity, and which helps inclusivity. It is not only shareholders' primacy is important for your company. It is the overall stakeholders primacy is important for your company. And finally, your brand reputation increases. Inclusive supply chain metrics of reporting, board and leadership diversity, we have spoken about in a big way. And the challenges in alignment, you will not, it is sustainability journey is definitely not a very easy journey. Abhijit, I'll take another 5 to 10 minutes maximum. Will that be okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So challenges is that there will be unconscious bias will come in, resistance to change will come in, and difficulties in implementation will come in. That means anything of this sort is not a very easy process. The first thing to make it easy is to sensitize your employees and your suppliers and with the DEI and sustainability management. That means anybody and everybody connected with your business directly and indirectly. And you have to tell them that here is an organization who is thinking of the society. Please help us to help you. And in that process, allow no bias to come in and no resistance to come in. And resistance will come in only when all the stakeholders are not aligned with the same objective. That is what is important. And finally, the bottom lines. 3P bottom line, you know, but you may not be having an information who invented 3P bottom line. I talked about that global commission which started 1987, sustainability management. John Elkington, the name of the person is Professor John Elkington. He started 3P bottom line in 1994. And his theory was sustainable capitalism. Capitalism, you remember I showed you at the beginning 4 capitals: natural capital, financial capital, people capital, and manufacturing capital. So he took about those and called it sustainable capitalism. And he says that an organization is accountable for impact on society, the environment, and the financial health. So financial health is the profit, that is the economics. Impact on the environment is the planet, and impact on the society is the people. So PP bottom line represents people, planet, and profit. Okay. Then came the 4P bottom line. 4P bottom line is a very interesting point came in 3P bottom line. Follow me, this bit carefully follow me. The word governance has not come as yet. Though people have come, but governance is not available as yet in this. In 3P bottom line, in John Elkington. Elkington theory says that governance is taken for granted. Unless you are a good governed company internally, you are not there to do business in the market because you have to be good governed company. So that's taken for granted. That's why in the 4P bottom line concept, a new P came, which is called principles. They didn't directly word with governance. They said that if your principles are right, in terms of ethical principles, in terms of DEI principles, in terms of ESG principles, you will be well-governed company. And if your principles better, then your profit, people, and planet, that is the other 3 P's of the bottom line, will go ahead better. Then came the 5P bottom line. And this is United Nations 17 SDGs, Sustainable Development Goals, which I was talking about at the beginning. I don't want to go to these sustainable 17 goals, but there are 5 P's. These 17 goals are covered under 5 P's. One is people, planet. You can't see here people, planet, and people. It is talking about people, planet, prosperity, and people oriented 2 words are peace partnership. Peace cannot be filled by money or resources. Peace is in the minds of people and society. And partnership is also a factor of prosperity, people and planet. So peace and partnership has been recognized as a separate P which the organization should aim at. You can see today what is happening in the world because of the geopolitical situation. Peace has been broken across the globe. What happened to Venezuela? What is happening to the people of Ukraine and Russia? What is happening to the people of Iran? And thus the entire Gulf countries are under issue. What is happening versus Japan and USA regarding Taiwan? So peace is very important. And collectively, if we working for peace, we will do better in this art. Then you can say one thing, sir, why do I talk about peace? Peace is the responsibility of the government. The United Nations 17 Sustainable Goals says that charity begins at home. If your home is peaceful, your society will be peaceful. If your society will be peaceful, your state will be peaceful, and thus your country will be peaceful. So 17 Sustainable Development Goals were covered under 5P bottom line: people, planet, prosperity, peace, and partnership. And finally came the 8P bottom line. 8P bottom line. So people, planet, process, profit, these three were common. Partnership and platform. Partnership was not there in 5P bottom line. Yeah, it was there. New thing came is the platform and the process. Platform was there in a platform means the digital innovation and technology, which will help you to do better sustainability management. So process gives you operational efficiency. But according to Dr. Paritosh Basu, that is me, the 4th P and the 5th P here in this list, process and platform, is to a certain extent internally focused. This is not focused externally. So I personally feel that platform is a matter of deciding about digital technology and the execution platform. So can it be a sustainability management bottom line? That I have my question. Partnership can be a bottom line because if you have to DEI, that is diversity, equity, and inclusivity, you have to have partnership with your vendors, with your customers, with your startups, etc., etc. So I have my doubts about 4 and P. Now you can say, Dr. Basu, I can see 6 P's. What are the 2 more P's? Because you are talking about 8 P's. 7th and the 8th P is purpose and peace. Peace was there. Peace was there in United Nations item, but when the 8P bottom line was 6P bottom line was thought through, peace was not there. And now purpose has also been brought in as one of the 8 P's. So my personal feeling here is that let us assume that 4 and 5 you have to in any case achieve, even if you are not trying to achieve sustainability management. To run your business better, 4 and 5 is a given thing. So I as a cost and management accountant would like to introduce 2 things for you into your thought process. First, you have a new item called line. You know, top line is revenue and bottom line is profit. My request to you, introduce another line called green line, that is green profit. How much you have done in terms of delivering sustainable products, whatever money you are earning through sustainable product is your green line profit. Whatever carbon footprint you are reducing and earning money by selling your carbon credit, that means if you are to emit 100 tons of carbon, you are emitting 60 tons of carbon, and that is the standard से आप 40 tons नीचे है, ये 40 ton carbon credit आप बेच रहे हो, So that much money which you are earning by selling, that is your green line. Be proactively compliant and report transparency. So green line is the most important. And according to me, 6P bottom line should be like this: planet, profit, people, product. Because my product has to be also ESG compliant, environment compliant. Here comes material, here comes flora and fauna, here comes everything. So how can we take out the word product from our bottom line? So our product should be also sustainable in terms of our one of the bottom lines, prosperity and peace. At the end of the day, I don't want to survive for today or this year. Sustainability management, sustainability means what? I can sustain in any situation. And if I can sustain by making thoda profit, that doesn't mean that my business is doing well. One of the objectives of me as a business manager is to grow, is to prosper. So according to me, a new P should come in terms of prosperity, and a new P should come in terms of product. Peace was very much there in United Nations. So my 6 P's are planet, profit, people, product, prosperity, and peace. Friends, I'll stop here. I'll not talk about digital technologies. To a little bit, I talked about it. Abhijit, I'll stop sharing and I'll come to you, sir, in terms of question and answer. Abhijit, can you shoot the questions?
Yes, sir. Sure, sir. Give me 2 minutes, sir. Thank you, sir, for your excellent deliberation, sir. It's beautiful presentation. You have talking about 6P, but you still said a lot of P's and explained very well, sir. Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. Sir, few questions are there.
Yeah, carry on. Shoot the questions.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I will publish. Sir, I have published one.
Yeah.
Sir, I published one more. Actually. Published form. Published 5. These are the most commonly asked question by the audience, sir. And before your answer, sir, my humble request to all the participants, please join on behalf of the EIFC as a convener of the 45th Cost Conference 2026, organized by Eastern India Region Council in association with Asansol chapter and in association coordination with all the Eastern region chapter. I would like request all of you, please join us in March. It is on 28th February and 1st March, and it is on Asansol city the city of brotherhood at Panorama Country Club Resort Private Limited. I personally visit that venue and it's an awesome venue. I hope you will enjoy the venue as well. And all the speakers and delegates are from the topmost organizations, and you will definitely value added to the service you will receive over there. So my humble request to all of you, please join us in March as you joined today. As I promised, sir, yesterday's attendees is overcome by today. I have seen 211 participant at the train. Right now, more than 180 participant is already waiting. Uh, so without delays, I handed over to you for answering the questions as I said few
Which
questions.
question? You can shoot the question to me
Sir, I
and
have
name the person who has raised the question.
okay. CMA D Gupta. He asks, how does 6P different from traditional business approach? Right, sir, over to you, sir.
Let me tell you one thing. Traditional business has already having approaches for people, profit and planet, right? You are already looking at your employees, your vendors, your customers, and your end users of products in terms of people and your labor, internal people. Profit in any case is there. You're also conscious about your product. Unless your product is good and product is recyclable, it value reduces. The other two P's of mine, that is peace and prosperity. See, why do you do a business? Not for only 1 year. You do a business for growing and remaining in the business for hundreds of years, right? So prosperity, in any case, it is an underlying approach of traditional business that not only I do well today, I do better tomorrow, I do further better day after tomorrow. So prosperity is also in your subsequent approach. So 4 P's, that is people, environment, that is planet, your product and prosperity is already there in your traditional approach. The other two, that is peace. See, you think of that crisis which Nestle once faced when in Maggi noodles, lead content were found and a lot of people became sick. So it did break the society's peace. So your business should not do anything which breaks the peace of the society. Take the example of the fire which happened in Wow Momo's factory. It was not fire audited and fire extinguishers and firefighting management systems were not proper. Otherwise, that fire would have not definitely spread. So because of that fire, 28 people have died and peace of the society has been broken. It was not of a scale that Maggi noodles lost their brand image and they had to spend a lot of money to improve their image again. So peace, although it is not a pronounced P in your business traditional approach, it is already there in your approach. Correct? So 5 P's are already there in your approach. So why do you think that this approach is not there with you? It is already there with you. Prosperity is there in traditional, planet is there in traditional, profit in any case is there, people are in any case there, product is in any case there, peace is in any case there. So what is then we are talking different? What we are talking different is that there are certain criteria in the United Nations 17 Sustainable Development Goals. Whether you are measuring to what extent those goals you are achieving, and whether you could have done better or you are doing better than your competitors. Because why you should do this? You should do this because 5 years down the line, 10 years down the line, not only it will improve your brand image, you will get much better response from the society, your financial institutions, your stock exchanges, to do do business much better, and you will attain a position that here is an organization which is 6P bottom line compliant. And you also do not know, maybe SEBI may come out 2 years, 3 years down the line that you have to be 6P bottom line compliant only and only if then you can go for your equity registration. So I personally feel that the difference between the traditional approach and the sustainability management approach with DEI and ESG is only having the data monitoring, data collection, and measurement according to the framework given by the international reporting standard authorities. That is my feeling. Abhijit, could I explain the point?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Very well, sir. Very well. Thank you, sir. And the second question is raised by Ashim, Mr. CMA Ashim. Do you feel that sustainability analysis is restricted to ESG impact on any business only? Do you feel that sustainability analysis is restricted to ESG impact on any business only?
Oh no, oh no. Let me tell you one thing. I'll give you answer in 2 dimensions. Dimension number one, today some of the NGOs and the government are also becoming responsible to report whether government's own practices of running their administration system, which is sustainable and green. So government authorities themselves are gradually coming into the purview of sustainability management, and even NGOs like multilateral agencies like United Nations. I'm talking about big NGOs. They are already in sustainability management, and small NGOs which get foreign grants, they are also getting into the issues related to environment, people, 6P bottom line. So days are not very far when any operating organization, may it be business, may it be NGO, may it be government, may it be a cooperative society, will come under sustainable management. And coming into the factor of sustainability management and ESG, ESG is what? Environment, which is the planet, and product and people, planet and product. Product gets into material consumption, flora and fauna. Society is people as a whole. Governance brings in platform, purpose, people. Governance brings into the factor of peace, prosperity. So if you say ESG, only one thing is left to be achieved, is rather two things, is diversity and inclusivity. Diversity, inclusivity and equity, DEI, has to be achieved simultaneously with ESG, because if you do not diversify your business in terms of satisfying your stakeholders beyond customers, your employees and your vendors, and government to the extent of paying your taxes, you will not be able to survive in such a smaller domain. You have to get into the external periphery of your business to ensure that the country as a whole, society as a whole, looks at your business as a diversified business in terms of people from all ranks of the society. Generation Z sees you that you are an equal opportunity company in terms of women and men and visually impaired, spatially abled people. So today, sustainability management has got an extended definition in terms of DEI, diversity, equity and inclusivity, and ESG, in any case, very much there.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. And now I will tell you the next question asked by CMA Shankar Shriram uh, Chaudhary. He asked, most of the companies in India lacks of mindset to have sustainability management.
Uh, Is it? It's an observation, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Shankar Sahib, I agree with your observation, but the biggest point is that जब तक डंडा नहीं पड़ता है हमारी सर पे हम मानते नहीं है कोई चीज को करते नहीं है सो इन इंडिया में डंडा पड़ना शुरू हो गया दैट इज 1,000 companies of listed area have to be report sustainability. Out of that 250 companies have to get their sustainability reports audited in terms of market capitalization. And days are not very far. If you want to list your equity share into Stock Exchange of India, you have to be sustainability managed and ESG DEI managed company. This is the first thing. Second thing which I told you, even thereafter, reporting with evidence and audit, even thereafter, as long as your journey is not completed to the fifth level, that it's sustainability management with ESG, integrated with ESG and DEI doesn't become a part of your integrated objective of the company, which becomes a purpose of your company and becomes a passion of every single employee, the ultimate objective is not achieved. So your observation is correct. It cannot be denied that your observation is wrong. But let us be hopeful that things are moving in the right direction and we'll see a better world. Next question, if any.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. And next question is, sir, why the word sustainability has come in forefront now in corporate world? If we look back to our glorious past, we may perhaps find as to how sustainable we are at all times, taking full care of all factors of S and making most of E with our immense gratitude. Just explore where we faulted over the years and connecting consoles ourselves. We may perhaps ensure sustainability at all times. What to say of planning of a future of 2047 as so-called visit? Bharat, thanks and regards CMA BK Omkarkar.
Can I make a comment to you? First thing, very interesting comment I'll make. I don't know whether you are aware. You means I'm talking to the person who has raised this question.
Yes, sir. CMA BK Omkarkar.
52% of the India's installed capacity of electricity generation is already on renewable energy. 52%, and India achieved this target 6 years before the committed target. So if you take the electricity companies individually, and if you take the government country as a whole, India is in the right direction. You are talking about the glorious past. I thought that this point which you have raised, if we could have debated it face to face, it would have been better, and with a couple of some examples which is in your mind. But definitely, I can tell you that past was always better in terms of past was not so much polluting the world, and past was we could see a blue sky. Now we can see a gray sky. So definitely past was better. Let's not unfulfill or deny that statement. And you are also correct, because in the process of achieving prosperity and growth and comfort and getting so many products, etc., we have polluted the world. We have not done responsible work as corporate citizens and individuals who worked in this corporate. Our sensitivity to make the world a better place for the next generation to live in came much later. If it would have come sometime immediately after the World War II, we perhaps would have not reached to this stage, but be better late than never and try and control the damage to the extent possible. Abhijit, are you there?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm coming, sir. Uh, sir, Venkateswaru Dasari, he is right that a presentation with this caliber is quite praiseworthy. Wish you long life with sound health. This message is for you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
That's all. No more question is there, sir.
Thank you.
You have done a very wonderful job, sir. You have answered all the questions with patience, and more than 165 still attendees is waiting for your answer.
I'm so grateful to Eastern India Regional Council of the Institute of Cost Accountants of India. I'm a member of the Institute since 1979. That means 47 years I'm connected with this institute. And I am originally a member of the Eastern India Regional Council, so that is my home always. It's my pleasure to come back to my home and do something for my alma mater and the EIRC. Thank you, Abhijit, for your hosting me as in this webinar and doing all that you are doing right from the beginning of this webinar. And not only that, right from the day you approached me and till today to organize this webinar in a successful way. Thank you very much indeed, Abhijit.
Thank you, sir. It's my pleasure, actually, sir. And we are kind enough that whenever we ask you for any physical program or webinar, you are immediately agreed with us, and with your beautiful presentation, you are always come out with us. Thank you very much, sir. And today program is really wonderful. I would like to thank you, our Honorable Central Council member Chittaranjan Chattopadhyay, sir. He is on the way to his Kolkata at the airport. Still, he is attending. We are unable to join him. It's unfortunate, but his kind presence is really matter for us. And sir, thanks for everything. You have answered mostly all the questions, and within time we have completed it. It's a great pleasure for me as well. And sir, I am really apologize to all the attendees for the technical glitches. At the beginning, there is some technical glitches. Presentation is not showed, so we are apologize. We'll definitely next time we'll check all the matters in very effective way, and hope there is some value addition. Still, if anybody 5 minutes time is there. So if anybody has any question, you can ask to our sir. Sir is waiting. And sir, it is possible to share the presentation with
yes,
all
I'll
the
do that. I'll share a PDF copy of this presentation. You can host in your website.
Thank you. Thank you very much, sir.
And hopefully you will share with me the video.
Sure, 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 sir.
It has been recorded, sure. I hope.
Right, sir. I will share with you definitely, sir. And presentation, as you promised, sir, share with us. We will host it in our website, Eastern India Region Council website. So my humble request to all the participants who want this, few of them are right over here in the even the chat session, that if PPT is available. Yes, sir is promised. So we will definitely host it. These both who are EIRC website is this EIRC of ICMAI.com. You will find. by Monday, we will hosted it.
Thank you. Thank you,
So
Abhijit.
thank you
Bye.
all the attendees who have joined our seminar, and thanks a lot to sir. And I request all the attendees once again, please join us in March in our 45th RCC Regional Coach Conference at Asansol, the city of brotherhood. We all are waiting to welcome all of you on 28th February and 1st March. So with that, thank you very much.
Thank you. Bye,
Thank you,
Abhijit.
sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.